Gene Brown, Vice President of Marketing and PR for American Suzuki.
I think most people don't realize that you have sold 2.3 million cars globally. How are you doing in the United States?
Well, it's interesting because for most companies, the United States is one of their biggest markets. And so if you're a big player in the U.S., you're perceived as a big player globally. Suzuki actually has a lot of its strengths in mini cars in Japan, where we have the #1 selling car and have had for 5 years, or our strength in India, where we have approximately 50% market share, also often on the strength of small cars. So globally, as you say, we sold over 2.3 million cars and SUVs last year alone, and over 40 million over our history. But in the U.S., we're a relatively small player.
What is your market share for the United States?
Oh my goodness. Well, market share has been quite a moving target in the past year, but we're only about 0.5%.
So try to get it. How many vehicles do you have in the United States?
Nameplates?
Yes.
Nameplates SX4, Grand Vitara, Equator, and now Kizashi.
You're one of two major car companies in Japan that are profitable.
Right.
Who's the other one?
The other one's Honda.
And you have the #1 selling car in Japan.
We do. The Wagon R has been the #1 selling car for 5 years running in Japan and has helped us maintain our profitability.
Who provides your engines for your vehicles?
Most of the vehicles are Suzuki motors, including the Kizashi. This is an all-new motor engineered by Suzuki and built by Suzuki. I'm trying to think of an exception. The Equator, of course, as you know, is a sourced product, and so it comes with the partner manufacturer's motor.
Which is
Nissan in the case of Equator.
You used to get a lot of your buyers from subprime, as subprime buyers.
True.
And now that the market has gone awry and we're trying to correct it, I think banks are not willing to lend to those people. Who is your credit arm?
We have a private label lender, American Suzuki Financial Services, who are operated by GMAC on our behalf. And their terms actually have been improving quite steadily in recent times. But you're right, that historically, when we were selling more of a transportation solution, we were selling to more of a credit buyer. And this is really a major shift in our business strategy, both product-wise and customer-wise.
So how do you go about getting someone that isn't a subprime buyer that was buying another car because they had the money to buying a Suzuki?
Well, the thing that's most important, and those of you who cover the industry have seen this proven out time and again, if you don't have the right kind of product to appeal to more affluent, more educated buyers, there's no marketing trick that's going to allow you to accomplish that. There have been tricks that have accomplished it in the short term, but if you want to maintain them over the long term, it's got to be the right kind of product. So with Kizashi as the most shining example, giving them better styling, better levels of equipment, better levels of quality, stronger residual values, all things that we've worked hard to improve on substantially in recent years. That's the fundamental building block. Once you've got that, then you can market directly to that type of buyer in terms of the type of media you buy, the type of message you carry, because then when they come in and start shopping your product, they'll see that it actually lives up to their demands. But previously, it's not something you can market your way through if your product really is more of a transportation solution and less of an aspirational product.
Kind of looking more for did the subprime credit people default more than the prime people on a regular day, not when the recessions?
Yeah, no, there always was a higher rate of chargebacks with subprime. Okay. So it was still profitable because of the rates that were involved up front. But the point is that lending business evaporated completely. So whether it was profitable or not, it ceased to exist, or virtually ceased to exist. So what it really forced us to do was accelerate a transition we were working toward anyway, but we thought we would have more of an opportunity to have a transition period where we still had our subprime buyers and we were introducing this new product. Unfortunately, the subprime business went away all on its own very, very quickly, just as we were getting toward Kizashi launch. So it really just accelerated a transition we had to make anyway.
So what percentage of your buyers were subprime buyers?
Oh, we were around 3/4 subprime just a few years ago. Now, well, actually, we only get the data irregularly, but I would hazard to say we're about 1/4 subprime now, so a big shift. And a lot of the subprime buyers were buying Forenza, which we've also discontinued. So with the discontinuation of that car, go the buyers.
Gene Brown, thank you very much.
Thank you.